All right, let's learn a little bit about margins now that we're on chapter 5. Okay, so let's go ahead and delete the extra blank lines above health resources. Okay, now this is a good time. I don't know which lines are blank, right? So on an assignment, it might tell me to do something like this. I'm just gonna hit the show hide button. Okay, and now I can see all these with the paragraph mark as a blank line. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's make sure that we're doing the right thing. Blank lines above USA Health Resources. Yep, so I'm gonna go ahead and delete all those lines. Okay, so now there's no blank lines above. Okay, and then let's go ahead and click the page layout tab. So we've got the layout tab right here. In the page setup group, I'm gonna go and click on the drop down arrow for margins. Okay, so margins right here, we're gonna click the drop down arrow. And then you should notice there's gonna be several preset margins to choose from. Okay, now if I wanna do a custom one, I can always go to custom, but most of the time these preset ones should cover everything you're looking for. Okay, so I'm gonna click narrow and see how it affects my document. Okay, so you can see it extended, so everything is all the way up to the top and to the sides. Okay, this time let's click the margin drop down again, and we're gonna click custom margin. Okay, so this opens up the page setup dialog box, right? So that's just this button. Okay, and then we're gonna change the margins. So we have our margins right here. We're gonna change the bottom left and right margins to 1. So bottom margin, we'll put it up to 1. The left and right margins we'll put to 1 as well. And then the top one we're gonna put to 2. Okay, and then I'm gonna click OK. We can see that how we adjusted it, right? So now we have a 1-inch margin. You can see that right there, 1 inch, 1 inch. Then the top one is 2 inches. Okay. Now we want to learn how to change the orientation. Okay, so right here, I'm in the layout tab. I have orientation, and I can change that to landscape if I would like. Okay, when I change it to landscape, you can see it goes left to right now, right? What is it, the hot dog? Yeah, it goes to hot dog instead of hamburger. Okay, now I can also go to backstage view. Okay, so backstage view is file. And then when I click on print, under settings, it should tell me that it's printing landscape right here, landscape orientation. So when I'm getting ready to print, I can also change it. If I know, hey, that doesn't look the way I wanted it, I can change it to portrait. Okay, let's go ahead back. You can see it changed orientation, right? So those are the 2 different ways you change orientation. Now let's go ahead and go in the page setup group, and we're gonna click the drop down arrow and change it back to portrait, which I think we just did. No, yeah, change it back to portrait. Okay, and then we can click the drop down arrow for size. So it's right here. And we have different sizes available, right? So let's say I'm trying to print it on a legal paper, right? Or a statement or an executive paper, an envelope, right? Theoretically, I could print something on an envelope, right? So that's how you change those settings is right there. That's how you change the size, okay? So the next section is kind of long, so I'm going to do a separate video for that. So see you in 5 seconds.